Praise the sun, Elden Ring is here. I'm not actually a Souls player, so I don't understand the whole praise the sun thing, if I'm honest. I've just heard it's what the fellow kids say. The last thing that Souls players do is bask in the sun, so I don't know why they would praise something they don't even see on a daily basis, but I'll always encourage increasing your vitamin D intake. Anyway, this game has taken my life hostage and Liam Neeson isn't coming to save me. First things first, it's character creation. For an inexperienced Souls player like myself, it's important to pick a class that's overpowered so I have as much of a head start as possible. I initially pick these religious boys so I can spread the good word of the Lord, but later switch to the prisoner because I really respect the drip of this helmet. It's not only about stats, even though I said it's about stats, it's also about looking good while taking down bosses. I make my guy so white, he probably can't even say the word vinegar, and of course, title him Lord John. We're ready to clap cheek, boys. Let's go. I awake, confused, cold, and in a dark room with a sore arsehole. For fuck's sake, who let my uncle play Elden Ring? I open the doors and I'm met with the beauty of this world, where straight away the game lets you base jump about 200 feet to your death, really letting you know what you're in for. Suicide is a nice backup to have, but I'm not giving up just yet. I want a challenge. I find myself in an arena type looking area where I'm ready for someone to summon a blue eyes white dragon on me, but no, it's just a giant crab wielding a shield and two swords. These next gen Yu-Gi-Oh are wild. Somehow, as a prisoner, I have a magic staff. I'm not really sure where I would have found this in prison, because the only magic you'll find in an earth prison is angel dust. I gave the boss fight a good while, but ultimately I am defeated and once again wake in a dark, decrepit pit, and it's clear the giant crab has slipped me a roofie, the cheeky bastard. I chat to old matey, who doesn't seem to be doing too good as he's transparent. He tells me an edible done him dirty, and now he has no physical form. But it's alright, big man. We've all been there. You'll be fine. I find myself opening more doors, and I'm out here feeling like Frodo. Get it? More doors. Finally, I'm in the open world of Elden Ring. No hand-holding, no one to tell me what to do. I'm a free prisoner at last. This world is full of dangers though, so you have to be on your toes at all times. You never know when something dangerous like this sheep may decide to attack. Speaking of dangers, I lock eyes with the first being I have seen. The way he trots that horse, the way he holds the shield, it's majestic. I'm lost in his eyes as he starts walking me down like my uncle spotting me across the garden at a family barbecue. I fire off a warning magical spell that I'm not ready for intimacy just yet. But what do you know, it's a fucking boss already. I've literally been a free man for less than my mum's been sober in the last 10 years. It's okay though, I may not have much Souls experience, but I'm a gamer. I calculate his moveset and get stuck in. By that I mean, I get 2 hits off and I die. Back once again for the Renegade Master, only this time, I spot a site of grace that I missed. When you approach these sites of grace, it tells you to touch grace, and it sounds extremely close to touch grass. I think FromSoft is trying to tell its players something. I decide to avoid the boss this time because I'm extremely good at reading the room. I find another old matey who set up his own independent business in the back of this demolished church. You gotta respect that hustle. Just him, his fishing rod, his camel, and a strong work ethic. This is the American dream right here. I unfortunately can't afford anything because I'm poor. Man's literally just got out of prison, don't judge my financial situation, innit? Alright, I keep venturing and I find my first enemy that's not a boss. Let's see how I do. I go for the stealth takedown, making the big brain play, but I fuck it up and press the wrong button. It's gonna be a long old day, isn't it? With fresh blood on my sword, I walk around these lands, continuing to get my recommended 10,000 daily steps in. I was shocked when I googled and saw that the recommended daily steppage is 10k. I genuinely don't remember the last time I broke 5k, let alone 10k. I'll be lucky if I make it to 30 at this rate. Anyway, on my adventures, I come across a bandit camp, and wow, would you look at that. FromSoft copying Ubisoft in their open world game design. I'm kidding, of course, you can stop writing your comments, I know they haven't copied Ubisoft. Unless of course FromSoft sexually harasses their employees, then they'd be copying Ubisoft. I take on the first enemy, expertly kiting him away from the camp so I can take him out without anyone clocking me. I then move in, hitting that stealth attack. I'm literally a ghost, no one has a clue I'm here. Well, that is until my dude has a little whirl on his trumpet and the entire bandit camp knows I'm here. I try to apologise and leave, but there's one dude who's especially aggro and won't leave me alone. I don't know if he wants my number or my soul. Either way, he kills me in cold blood. Like my speed dealer, even though I know it's bad for my health, I would once again return to do business. This time though, I would really give it a good crack and got him one shot before dying. Like actually one shot, not the one shot your boys call out when they land one bullet with an SMG. Third time around, and unlike Russia, I knew brute force wasn't how I was going to win this one. I needed to take a new approach. So I stealthed the entire camp, taking it corner by corner, to carefully calculate enemy pathing and lines of sight. I was really proud of myself showing this kind of patience. The only other time I'd had this much patience was when a girl invited me over to watch Netflix, and we all know what that means. But no, she actually just wanted to watch a 5-part series on Ed Gein, the serial killer. By the end of it, she was in the mood though, so it was worth the 5-hour hard-on. Pretty weird that a serial killer documentary put her in the mood, but yeah, anyway, I stealth Big Shield matey, and with the power of the Lord and magic, aka playing like a bitch on my side, I defeated him. When I would find the next site of grace and have a rest, this hooded woman with a really inconvenient tattoo would appear. While having a tattoo on your eyelid seems pretty badass, it's impractical because you have to keep one eye shut to show people, so you're constantly met with the conflicting decision of limited eyesight or limited respect. Anyway, she tells me I've got a horse now, and that's cool, but I'm a moron and don't figure out how to summon it until later in the game. I leveled up with some runes, and like having a tactical wank before your first time, I was ready for the Tree Sentinel. Yeah, okay. Wham. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my god! Okay, that's a thing that he has. Alright, so maybe I wasn't ready just yet. With my self-esteem in the shitter, I decided to venture deeper into the world so I could forget about all that suffering. Unfortunately though, FromSoft just wants to make my dad leaving the second most dramatic experience of my life, because out comes this naked guy ready to ruin my day. I felt like I was guarding Shaquille O'Neal on the pick and roll, but I didn't let it defeat me. I summoned all the power of that pent-up, toxic masculinity gamer rage, and defeated the big man in what felt like a true coming-of-age gamer moment. I would then die to a crossbow shot, so it was all worthless, and I honestly started browsing Amazon for nooses at this point. I really didn't feel like fighting Shaq again, so I continued through before finding Stormhill, a beautiful location with defenseless enemies I could take out all my innermost demons on. Any issues I had, Elden Ring based or otherwise, were getting projected into every sword swing. I feel like this could actually be the perfect therapy for Kanye West right now to release his frustrations, before we have another O.J. Simpson situation. I don't know what these boulders did wrong, but they were my chosen target. I feel like I might have interrupted some kind of garden party between the boulders, to be honest. They were just minding their own business. I get my karma for that though, as I encounter another boss. I can't even defeat a Tree Sentinel, so I literally had no chance at defeating the Crucible Knight. I was ready to give up. I needed some supportive messages from the boys and a bubble bath, but they all work real jobs, actually working hard for their wage. So, you know, no one was around to give me moral support. However, this is not a story of a defeated Elden Ring player. This is a story of a Souls baby slowly conquering the lands of Elden Ring so I can gatekeep the Souls series and act like I'm better than every uncultured swine who's not beaten this game and doesn't masturbate while listening to the soundtrack. I would this time head south in search of meaning, purpose, my dad, better weapons to prepare me for the challenge ahead. More vicious foe would face me, but with every death was a lesson learned. I was slowly becoming more powerful, more confident, more erect. I would defeat my first boss in the form of the Bloodhound Knight, mostly because my staff was OP against him and not any actual skill, but it still counts. Every Shaquille O'Neal I ran into was no longer problematic. I was breezing through them with ease. Well, by ease I mean using all my health flasks and relying on magic, but yeah, with ease, let's go. I would even find this area full of other people just like me, and there was no violence. It was brisk. There was this woman there who just sat on a bed and held me. This was all I ever needed in life. I ruined the moment and made it awkward when I called her mum, but yeah, let's get back to killing ghouls or whatever. I defeated everyone at this tower, including this big boy wearing a very stylish hat, I must say, and got rewarded with much better armor than the t-shirt and fabric trousers I was wearing. Great summer wear, for sure, but not ideal when you're getting slashed in half by otherworldly beasts. I would defeat another boss on the first try, this time being the Beast Man, who wasn't much of a beast man. I think I got reverse boosted into the wrong lobby here. Confidence was brimming, so I decided to once again head north and see what else the game had in store for me. This is when I would make a rather large miscalculation and enter into a story boss. This was not an optional boss like the two I just defeated. This was a story boss that you have to beat to continue the story and even move into this area of the map. So here I am, not even beaten the Tree Sentinel, the first boss that you encounter, and I was here, ready to fight this boss who had a whole ass cutscene before his fight. Place your bets, boys. How do you think this one went down? I'm not gonna ruin anything, but all I'll say is, have some faith in your boy. Look at my fucking health! Oh my god! Holy fucking shit! Look at my health! There it was. I beat him. Finally, after so many, I'm not even going to count them, so many deaths, so many close calls, rolling off of the map when I had him so close to dying. It felt amazing. I think I kind of understand the Souls addiction now. I was playing that boss for like 2 hours and I just kept going back. I was tired, but I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep until I defeated this boss, so it just had to be done. This game is another level. Like, that was like 9 to 10 hours of footage that you just seen all cut down, and I felt like time was truly escaping me. I didn't realize how long I'd been playing for, and I haven't felt that since my first playthrough of The Witcher 3 when that released all the way back in 2015. Elden Ring is a special game, and I cannot wait to finish this video to keep playing more. Thank you guys. If you want to see more, I will truly be more than happy to keep playing this game. I would love to do like an entire playthrough or something close to that of me just struggling, me in lots of pain, but finally defeating my first Souls game. Thank you guys for watching, I really do appreciate it, and a big thank you, as always, to those of you who have clicked the join button and become a member of the channel. It really does mean a lot, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. I just want to give a massive shout out to my motherload Voiy Bois and above, Gerardo Cruz, Björn van den Hatter, TheGamerTeg, Zyfin Productions. Thank you guys for your support.